People say he says he heard a lot of people say it's good, and some people it just gives you water bloat. It does help you. It does give you water weight. That's one of the downsides to creatine. Not to use it if you're gonna cut weight. Um, but that helps. There was a diagram that I just saw in a magazine that perfectly explains it. It's really hard to explain it in words without people giving you a look like you're explaining quantum physics, but it's basically your muscles need water. Also, if you're going to use creatine, stay away from caffeine pills, like for exercising. I don't know how coffee works, but I know that caffeine pills work the opposite way of creatine. So if you take creatine and caffeine pills, you're not going to get double the results. You're gonna cancel them out and waste money in the process. Because um, caffeine pills right before you work out help. I'm gonna sound like an idiot because this isn't gonna be anywhere near what it's the actual um, process is. But in stupid terms, release the water with uh, caffeine pills, and creatine helps absorb the water and release it gradually. But it helps absorb more water, so you can release the water gradually for a longer period of time. It'd be like if you had a cup, which is normal, and this is creatine. If I'm pouring, this one runs out a lot sooner than this one does. Now, anyone who knows what they're actually talking about who comes across this video is going to say that I'm an idiot for explaining it like that because I'm just going to end up confusing people or not explaining it right, and I know that I'm not. Um, it's just that's a very basic, general way to describe it because I don't really know how to describe it well. If someone sees it who does know how to describe it better, please do, because people would gain from it. He's trying to cut right now, trying to lose a pound or two a week. You need to do cardio and ab cardio, additional cardio to get the abs. Yes, additional cardio, but I'm not a fan of running. I'm a fan of what are they? Complexes, which are like I said in one of my previous videos. If you go through, I don't know which one it is, but if you just do like power clean or deadlift to power clean to front squat to push press to back squat to military press to bent over row and stuff like that. You just do one after another, or 6, 6, 6, or 6, 12, 8, whatever the reps you need to do. But they're really good, and that's what a complex is. You don't stop, you never let go of the bar until you're done with the entire set. And the entire set usually consists of at least one rep per thing, at the very least. I mean, that's like the weak man stuff. What I did before I actually looked up complexes was I'd go 6, 6, 6, 6 of each one. Or I'd do one of each till I got 6 total reps. So it'd be like deadlift to power clean to front squat to push press to back squat to military press to bent over row. That's one. And I do 6 of them. And then I found some other ones that do like 6 deadlifts, 6 power cleans, 6 front squats, 6, stuff like that. And then there's another one that's a timed complex, and you go one after another, after another, and after another, and you can just do one all the way through as fast as you can, and you time it, and you try to beat that time the next time you do it, and beat it, and beat it, beat it. So those are some cardio ideas that aren't boring like running on a treadmill. High protein, low carbs and calories, good for losing fat. Yes, it is. Your body fat will go down just because you're losing fat, but you'll retain water. It's not so much that if you have a 6-pack, it's going to make you look like you have a beer gut, but it might take you down from like on the fence 6-pack to 4-pack. So just keep that in mind. If you want, if you're going for like a competition or if you're going for spring break, what you could do is creatine, and then 2 days before spring break, stop taking creatine and drink a lot of water to flush out the creatine, and you'll wash out the creatine, and you'll still have the muscle from the gains with creatine, because creatine does help you gain muscle. And once you stop taking it, if you think about it like a chart, if your gains go up as you're on creatine, and then they go down a little bit, but still above where you were before, once you stop taking creatine. Then you start taking creatine again, stop taking it, start taking it. The slope is a lot more up when you're on creatine than when you're not. So you will drop once you stop taking it, but you'll still be greater than you would have been if you didn't take it at all. So if you a good way to do it is take creatine as you're going on, and then about 2 days before whatever event you're planning for, stop taking it. Drink a lot of water. If you're just trying to lose weight for the summer, that's a lot larger of a period for the lost weight. So you can take creatine before that, and then stop taking creatine for all of summer if that's what you want to do. Just general rule: 2 days before your whatever event you're planning for, stop taking creatine. Drink a lot of water. Someone says, what supplements should he take? He's only taking a multivitamin and whey. 200 pounds, trying to cut down, need to bulk at the same time. Just trying to keep my muscle as losing fat as well. What other supplements to get? Creatine's good, it's cheap, and I don't know. You don't really need a whole lot. I mean, if you wanted to do what I did, where I just went 4 weeks balls to the wall, tried to lose as much fat as I could while documenting it, and even then I didn't really succeed that well because I kind of cheated, and I'll explain that in a little bit. Then you'd get some fat loss products like Hot Rocks Extreme or Hydroxycut or stuff like that. But if you're just, it sounds to me like you're just an average, or not just an average lifter, but it sounds to me like you don't have a specific goal. Find a goal, because you keep saying things like you're trying to cut down and bulk, trying to keep your muscle and lose fat. Keep your muscle and lose fat, that's normal. Never mind I said that. But you said that you're trying to cut down and bulk at the same time. I pretty sure the video was called Cut Then Smart Bulk, because I'm not a big believer in the idea that you can lose fat and gain muscle, like significant muscle, at the same time. But like the guy who said a couple ago, like I said to him, find a goal and then stick to it, go all out, that kind of thing. But don't, it sounds to me like you're still kind of guessing on what you want to do. But whey is good, multivitamin is good, fish oil is good. Take after you eat a meal. One of the guys from T Nation says a fish oil pill per percent body fat you have. When I started off the diet, I estimated around 13. So I'd take 3 after breakfast, and then 2 after the next meal, and then lunch would be 3, and then 2 after the next meal, and then dinner would be 3, and that would put my 13 for the day. So there's fish oil. That's about all the stuff. I mean, multivitamin, yeah. Whey, good. Fish oil, and if you want to lose fat, fat loss supplement, and if you're trying to bulk, creatine. If you're trying to lose fat, like I said to the previous guy, up until 2 days before your thing. Something that I really want more of is something called ZMA, zinc magnesium aspartate. But it's really good for sleep, and I've had a really hard time sleeping without it. Like, I just got my first good night's sleep last night without it, and I've been off it for like 2 weeks, so it's been brutal. I mean, it's just, you wake up groggy, you wake up feeling like just shit. Maybe it makes you dependent on it. Maybe that's what it is. It just makes you think you need it. No. But now I'm gonna document my fat loss.